Hello lovely people, how are you all today? I hope you're well. I've just raced down to the garden. I'm going to try and get a couple of hours in this afternoon. Ideally I'd have a full day, but it's too much really good tennis going on. Oh, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Anyway, that's completely beside the point. It's kind of useful though, because while the tennis is on, I can work at home. Anyway, so yeah, a couple of nights ago I came down to water and I had my little, what do you call it, clipboard, looking all official, and I literally went round every single bed, every little pot of seeds that's not doing anything, blah blah blah, and I thought, right, where am I at, what can I do, what can I forget about, what can I resow, etc, etc. So I've decided to just not worry about the stuff that's not working. What am I going to do? Can't do anything about it. So, and where I've got a few gaps, going to plug them with other bits and pieces. If they die, they die. If they don't, they don't. I kind of turned a bit of a manana corner. Well, for this week anyway. Catch up with me next week. I'll probably be crying into one of my slug traps again. But yeah, so grabbing a couple of hours today, so I'm going to start in bed number 1, the top bed nearest the path, and I'm going to, if you remember in the tour I did a few days ago, you'll have seen I had the little tray where I'd done my second sowing of cosmos, like that. But I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to put them in the ground because it's still only the beginning of June. They might actually come to something, and cosmos are pretty tough little plants, so put it this way, they're not going to come to anything in the trays, are they? So I'm going to whack those in with some other bits and pieces, get the stock out because it's well past its best and it's just looking really tatty now, and proceed from there. So let's go down the garden and let's see what jobs need doing in bed number 1. So all I've done for now, I've just I thought I'd pulled quite a few stones out. There's apparently loads more. I've just given it a bit of a tickle over just to loosen things off. It wasn't too bad actually. And you can see it's quite moist down there, but I will, once I've got everything in, I will give it all a jolly good soak. So you can see now these are the 2 cosmos from my first sowings. How big are they? Well, my hand stretches an octave in 2, so it's about an octave in 2. And then these, oh my goodness, look, how sad are they? But like I said, they're not going to do anything sitting in the tray, are they? So I might as well, where to do. And all I'm going to do, oh, I don't think you can see that, can you? What I'm going to do is literally just pop out one whole section. Oh, there's hardly any root in there, that's why they're falling apart. And then, oh, you're not going to be able to see any of this, are you? Sorry guys. Let me bring you a bit around that way, that's better. Yeah. Sort of like not pricking out, just bonging them in wherever I can, wherever they're all left one behind. So, like I say, I don't know whether I've got much hope for them, but they've got more of a chance in here than in the tray, haven't they? So I'm going to carry on with that with the cosmos, dot them around, and then the other thing I'm going to do is I've got some cornflower that I saved last year that I did sow in the cells, if you remember, in a tray of cells like this back in, oh crikey, was it the end of March? I love cornflower. Actually, let me take my gloves off for this because I've got more dexterity then. Hello aeroplane, really, really, really loud and low. Yeah, so this is what I sowed loads of, and oh, about 3 came up. And then the slugs had them. But having seen that one in the corner by the lilies, just kind of the self-seeded one, I thought, well, do you know what? I'm literally just going to broadcast them throughout the whole of this bit of bed. Just leave those on the surface for now, because I've also got, oh, this is a bit of a mixture actually of some leftover calendula and tagetes. I never know how to say, is it tagetes or tagetes? So again, I'm just going to sprinkle those around. Easier to sprinkle the calendula than anything else. And then I thought also, do you remember the other day I sowed some bergamot in one of the little trays, in one of the little pots for sitting on the deck. So there's quite a bit left over. So I thought, actually, I'll retain a tiny, tiny amount. I thought, well, why not add this too? And although, you know, a huge amount of this is because I want it to look pretty, so much of it is actually about the bees, attracting the bees in and giving them plenty of food when they do come in. If I attract them in, excuse me, stones in the pail, if I can attract the bees in, then I'm going to hopefully attract them to come to my veg and pollinate all my veg, because all my veg is open pollinated. Right, let's get these little teeny tiny cosmos in too. Oh, I hope you do something, little cosmos. Can't imagine this top end of my bed without a blousy cosmos to greet everybody. It's kind of been my thing over the years. Let's get one more in here. Oh, just use my bare fingers, I think it's a bit easier. Yeah. Oh, teeny tiny. Teeny tiny, but we live in hope. Let's pop another one in. Yeah, right down the front. Oh, another massive stone. Yeah, let's pop another one in here. Might as well, eh? So that's quite moist, the soil. I will give it a bit of a... God, look at all these rocks! I was going to say I will give it quite a good watering, just to hopefully get those seeds underway. And I think because we are quite warm and it is only the beginning of June, there is maybe half a chance that they'll come to something. Fingers crossed. This is very much another, might as well chuck it in, crop. This is paprika peppers to basically grow, dry, and then grind my own paprika. Again, I had absolutely, oh, wind's picking up, absolutely gorgeous plants. Don't know what's happened to them. I'm not even going to speculate anymore. I'm done speculating. Some folk have said it's too hot, some have said it's too cold, some have said this, some have said that. It's like, there's no rhyme or reason. They were all under shade cloth while they were hardening, so... Anyway, let's whack them in and see if they'll do out. Because I know one thing's for sure, while they sit in the pots, they're not going to do anything. So, suddenly feeling a bit close again this evening. Yeah, like I say, I'm getting to that stage now of just chuck everything in that I've got. I am going to actually sow a few cucumber seeds in pots just to see if I can get some to start growing soon enough to catch up. Because to be honest, the way the other cucumbers are, I might as well give it a go. I think that's the theme for this year. That's definitely the theme for this year. Might as well just give it a go, eh? If you don't give it a go, you won't know. If you give it a go, you will know. So, yeah. Oh God, it's got hardly any roots. Oh my goodness. That's been growing for ages. Well, never mind. It's like my granddad would say about a sweetie, you don't know what it is. Suck it and see. It's definitely the case with my peppers. Suck it and see. Oh joy. Oh joy, joy, joy. That one is going to sit where one of my celeriacs has obviously been eaten already. Yeah. I think that's the other thing about this year, isn't it? Gotta laugh. I mean, you know, it'd be nice to get fantastic harvests, great crops. But let's remember the essence of the garden. The absolute whoopsie, the pure, unadulterated joy of just being here. Let's see the veggies as a bonus. They're quite an important bonus for me, but you know, let's just change our thinking a bit and yeah, chill out a bit. Enjoy the garden just for it being the garden. Yay! Like I say, come back in a week, I might be crying into the slug traps. Oh, walking on these, not a good idea. These aren't going to be in proper rows, lines, what have you, but I don't even care about things being in a straight line this year. Just get them in. Get them in. If you can get it out of the pot. Oh, that one looks a bit better. Let's plonk one there. So it's sort of in a line. I'm going to give these all a really good watering because where I've got mulch, it's really doing well to retain the watering and the moisture, but where anything is exposed, it's baking so dry. It's not even particularly hot at the moment, it's just that We're not getting a drop of rain. Right, what's next on the list? I just want to quickly show you something over here in the cathedral bed. Very excited the lentils are up. That's not what I want to show you. This is for anyone who still doubts the efficacy of a beer trap. Turn away now if you're squeamish, but if you're not squeamish, oh, that was put down a few hours ago. You can't see through it necessarily, but there's absolutely tons of the blighters, or should I say they're now bloaters, in there. So yeah, beer traps do work. I might leave that for another night before I empty it, but when they start getting so full that they can climb over each other to get out, I'll empty it. Now, what's that saying about the definition of an idiot? Is the definition of an idiot someone who does the same thing twice and expects a different result? Is that it? Something like that. So, I'm doing my third, yes, count them, third sowing of carrots. However, let's do something a bit different this time, so that hopefully I'm not quite an idiot. Instead of filling the drills in with the soil that I've just dragged slightly aside with the rake, I'm going to just very lightly sprinkle some compost over the top to see if that makes any difference, because I've got this left over from potting up all my various herbs and the flowers on the deck. So I thought, look, I've got this left over, maybe it will give them an easier or a happier start. I've got no idea, but I thought I can't just sow for a third time and not kind of do anything different this time, because I really would be an idiot then, wouldn't I? Or would I? I don't know. So I'm also going to re-sow the parsnips, and I'll do this too, but they're actually coming from someone else, so I'm going to wait for them to get here and then sow. Brilliant. Right, let's crack on with the rest of the carrots. Well, as I expected, that's just been a really quickie little visit. I need to get on with watering. So it's that time of year, isn't it, where if you've only got, say, an hour in the garden, pretty much that whole hour is going to be spent watering. I've had a couple of hours, so brilliant. Bed number one, it's re-sown, the paprika peppers are out, some flowers are in. I'll crack on with watering, and then I'll come back tomorrow, probably in the morning, hopefully, and then I'll work from home in the afternoon. Work from home while the tennis is on. Oh my goodness, I've hardly seen any tennis this year actually, because I have given a lot of attention to the garden. But anyway, so tomorrow's tasks will be all of the other little pots and bits that are still sitting out on the deck, get everything planted. Basically, the theme at the moment is I'm chucking the kitchen sink at the garden. Whatever grows, grows. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. Let's all just go with the flow. So, like I say, it was just a quickie today. Quick little catch up with you guys. Quick little chuck of things at the garden. And now I'm going to gird my loins to do all the watering. But you know, actually, it's a beautiful time of day. It's very quiet. The birds are singing. I love the sound of the water trickling and sloshing around. And it's a really good time to kind of have a close look at all your plants. It's the perfect opportunity to, you know, as you're going around each plant, you can check for damage, you know, check for signs of stress. Hopefully, you know, if something's going a bit wrong, work out what it is and try and amend it. But also, it's an opportunity to sort of like go, oh, look, some spinach has come up, and have all those wonderful, joyful moments that we have at this time of year when we spot the new growth. Yay! So, get out into your gardens, enjoy your watering. More than anything, enjoy every little inch or even centimetre of new growth you find each day. I'm going to say cheerio to you all, going on with my watering and my exploring, and I'll see you all again really soon. Take care.